Good evening, everyone. Well then, what is happening is that during the day, due to different occupations, I couldn't train. So I am training right now at this time, and I am sharing. This is to encourage anyone who is willing to train to at least do something, because we all get busy. We get busy. We have stuff to do. We don't always have the time. So I encourage that even if you are busy, if you can find in your day, perhaps 5 or 10 minutes, you can jump into a live. And then while I train, I'll explain the exercise that I'm doing. I will explain why you can do it, the benefits of doing it, and how to execute those. And if you have any question, I recommend please you drop the question on my most recent post, on my most recent post, and then I will take the time to diligently get back to those and respond. And also, while I can, I will be reaching back to the questions. I am responding. So, first, we're going to start with the calves. I'm going to start by working on calf muscles. So, for this, I'm going to be using dumbbells. I'm going to throw a little bit of music in there. Let's get this going. Okay. So, since I only have one set of dumbbells, what I do is I use the same dumbbell for every single exercise I do. So, for some exercises, the dumbbell being this heavy, relatively speaking to my strength, I cannot do a proper form with it for more than 5 reps. In some cases, for more than even 2 reps. So, what I would do is I would take the same dumbbells, and for some exercises where I can have more strength, for example, for legs, because this is clearly a bigger muscle group than my calves. I would do a little bit more reps with the weight because because I have the strength in it, and I would need to push a little bit more so that for my level of expertise and strength, I can get some working. Now then, if I get to a certain muscle group like for my arms or for my biceps, I'm gonna do less reps because this is a smaller muscle group for me, and the strength that I have in my arms is not as big as the one I have in my legs, and I cannot move this same weight for the same amount of reps that I have for my legs. So that is how I'm managing this in the meantime until I get another pair of dumbbells. So if you have any question about it, just let me know and I will attend to those. Hello, Ben F. Ben just dropped a fire comment. Well, thank you, Ben. With that being said, we're gonna move on to the next. Hello, Ben. I just saw the message above that you had written. Hello, back to you, Ben. I don't know if I should say good morning or good evening. With that being said, hello. Oh, I'm gonna be waving back. Hello. Well then, we're gonna move on to the next exercise, which is gonna be for the quad. So your quads are this muscle right here. They are the main frontal muscles on your leg. So these ones right here. These are your quad muscle. So for the quad muscle, we're going to be doing two exercises: the squats and the lunges. I'm going to start and hop on the squats with the dumbbell. Let's get it. That is 12 reps. Believe it or not, I started this, I couldn't even do proper 8 reps with the weight. So this is the proof that it is progressing, which is what you want to have. You want to see progress over time. And as you progress, you're going to need to adjust to keep getting the progress. Because if you find yourself being able to do, for example, 12 rep with a 65, and you only have a 65, if you keep doing 12 rep with a 65, you will not get more progress. So for you to keep progressing with the 65, you're going to need to either do more reps because you only have one weight. So in my case, having only a set of dumbbell of 65, this dumbbell, I'm going to need to do more reps, which is why I felt I only could do 8 reps. I would stick to it. Then the form gets better. Once the form is better, very crucial, because the form keeps you safe. Proper techniques help you execute properly. So once the form was set and good, I bring up the weight, the reps, since I only have the one dumbbell. So that is how I got to 11 and then 10. But I got to 10 and then 11. Now we're hitting 12. Eventually, I will start going to 13, 14, 15 until I get perhaps a bigger dumbbell, or I will grab 2 of those and grab those like this. We will have to figure it out, but it will have to work out. Checking if any question. Hey, hello, John. I remember you, John 7C Sui. For those of you who might not remember, I have multiple screens in front of me. So I have one about Instagram, one about TikTok, and one about YouTube. So the goal is to reach as much people as possible, to encourage as much people as possible so that they can all get the help. Regardless of the platform, the goal is to help out. So if at least one person can get into this when they can, and then exercise, take care of themselves, even if it's 5-10 minutes a day or once a week or 3 times a week, depending on the availability of each and every single one person. Of course, I take multiple platforms because some people might prefer one platform to another one for this. So to maximize reaching out as much people as possible and as helping out as much people I can, I have to be able to go on different places and provide the message and provide the help. So, with that being said, if you are watching this and you feel like moving, you can move a little bit with me. If you just want to watch, just keep watching. And if you feel like moving one day, just hop in and move. And if you have any question, please put the question on my most recent post. I take the time and I get to those and I respond. I remember John. So John has been getting on the live. He was on the most recent live too, which was last weekend, and he was there. He's on TikTok. For those who doesn't know to who I'm talking to John. John 7C Sui. Hi John. Hello John. Nice seeing you again. So Ben, I am just seeing your question. So for the best bicep workout, okay, we're gonna talk about that. So when it comes to your biceps, this is your bicep right here, right here. This is it. This is it. So the bicep is made out of mainly 2 parts. There's the part right here. If I flex like this, you're gonna see it right here. This is the frontal part. And then there is another insertion on the side right here, which is a little bit smaller, but it's right here. What you really need to grow your biceps It's a little bit more of a higher rep range. Even a smaller rep range of weight will still get you that, yes. The goal is to reach out failure in your training. So the best thing you need is two exercises to hit the two different parts of the muscle, the frontal part and the side part. So for the first part, the frontal part, you're just gonna grab some weight straight up like this, and then you wrap it up like this. These are curls. You could go with a bar, that we call it a barbell curl. So what you want to do is really go slow for a start. What you're gonna be focusing on is getting proper form, proper control, full range of motion. Give yourself time to progress, time to get in the form, absorb the form, execute properly to avoid injury. Let the body grow slow and steady. Because if you get injured, you're just slowing down the progress because you will be doing two steps in front. You get an injury, that's about three steps behind. And then you kind of like have to start back and get back to where you were in before you stand back. So it's better to go one step forward, you wait, you keep going consistently, take time, progress properly, no injury, safely, and another step forward. That is what I recommend. So for first thing, Ben, we start with the bicep curls, regular curls, just like this. So we're gonna go for high rep ranges for start. We're gonna go for, I would recommend 15 reps. Yes, that is a big amount of reps. And the weight you will be using to do 15 reps is not gonna be the same weight that you can use to do something as little as 5 reps. Now, the smaller the reps are, the more strength you need to put. The more strength you need to put, the more deeper the contraction has to be. The more deeper the contraction has to be, the more strength the muscle produces. Now, the more strength produced, the higher the risk of injury if there's a lacking in technique. Because the goal of technique is to protect you from injuries. For example, when you're lifting properly like this, if something is to go wrong, you have that range of motion, that range of gap, little gap, where you can recover from the risk. Now, if you go like this, you don't have any range to recover from anything. If the weight snaps, your arm is gone. Very often, this is where someone gets an injury when they go in this overextension, because that is not natural too. That is not proper technique. So that is why you need to understand technique first, because the goal of technique is to protect the body to avoid injury. That is the main goal of technique in anything. That is the first goal of technique. Now, the second goal of technique is to boost productivity. So it's to maximize efficiency in the movement. So the better you execute a movement, you're going to be more safe doing it and you're going to be stronger doing it. So if you want to push something and you're pushing it like this, with a human body mechanic, which is your chest is here, there's the shoulders here. When you push lower than this, your chest muscle doesn't get engaged more than it. It's a little bit of your back muscle, but not much. So if you push like this, you're maximizing just the mechanic. In that mechanic is gonna do is maximize the strength use. So it's gonna make sure that you're using your chest muscles, your shoulders muscle, your back, and then pushing at the end with your tricep. Just by adjusting the mechanic of the movement, you're gonna require more muscle, and it might be for gonna put in more strength. So that is something proper mechanic and technique can do. So we focus first for the biceps on high repetition to build the technique. Now it's going to be two exercises. One, regular bicep curls, and then two, it's still going to be regular bicep curl, but we're going to change the grip. It's going to be this way. So we're going to target the other side of the bicep, and then we're going to go to one set of 15 reps. And now for start, we're going to start with one set. We're looking for the minimum required to grow. So we go for one set of 15 reps, and the first one set of 15 reps, we move on to the next exercise, change the grip, one set of 15 reps. That would be it. That's it. For start, that is all you need, man. That would be it. If you have any further question, just leave it in my most recent post. So Big South. Hello, Big South. Bex squishy. Well, you could call it squishy. Squishy means you can squish it, right? It is squishy because it's not rigid, but it's not itself squishy. It's more like the muscle has two properties: elasticity and flexibility. So the muscle can stretch and it can contract. Having those properties of being capable of stretch and contract in the neutral aspect of the muscle, it is smooth. So you can squish it. For example, this is my pec. If I stretch it, you cannot stretch much of it. This is my skin, but you cannot stretch much of it on the pec. If I flex it much, you cannot squish much of it because it's going to be contracted. Now, if I go in the neutral position, it's more relaxed because it's neither over stretch, maximize on the stretch, or maximize on the contraction. The muscle that is neutral, it's squishy. Look, you can squish it, literally. Yes. So that is, you could say it is squishy. However, we're going to move on to the next exercise, which is going to be the squats, lunges, one leg at a time. Let's get it. Oh, that is that is 15. That is 12 reps. That is the first set. So we're gonna move on to the next set of the other leg. Do we have any question? No. Okay. So we're gonna move on to the next leg. This is gonna help you build your quads and your glutes. So if anyone is interested in building up those muscles, this exercise helps them out. And yeah. So for the quads, that will be it. So we're gonna move on to the next exercise, which is gonna target the hamstring, which is this muscle right here on the back of your quads. It's on your back mechanics. So I got a message saying that I have a flash goal, and it's talking about rose. I do not know what that is, but it's talking about gifts. I am not asking for gifts, please. Do not bother about that. The goal of what I do is when it pops me something and it says I need to do it, I will check why it needs me to do it. Because when I started the live, it said I need to go live 3 days in a row on this platform, the third one. So he told me that I need to go 3 days in a row to be able to reach out to more people. The goal is to reach out to as maximum people as possible. So we went on 3 days in a row. Now, when he's asking me for gifts, it doesn't tell me why it's needed. So this is not a necessity if it is popping up. However, we will allow you to roll on the side, but please do not focus on that. The goal of this is that I know people are busy. People have things to do. People have a job. We have jobs, school. Some of us have families. Some are married. Some have kids. Financial issues. Some people have some of those issues, situation combined. Some have all of those combined. And you got to remember in all of this, only you now can prepare to take better care of future you. So, in all the work that you're doing, be it for your close one or for your goals, do not forget to take care of yourself. Because your capacity to move around, stand up, walk, run. If you have kids, you want to walk around with them, pick them up, play some sports, you're going to need your physical health to do that. And to take care of your own self too, you're going to need that. But the best, and not the best, and because life is mainly and you combine stuff. Not very sometimes you gotta cut stuff, but very often you gotta add stuff. And if you want to get there, you can start now. It doesn't take much. Don't overstretch it. Do the little that you can, which is the goal of this life that I do. Even if it's late, I try to do it. I try to come on up here to let you know that there is someone who can help you out if you need to. And if you feel like you don't want to get help directly by me by online one-on-one training, that is okay. Just come in the live, look at it, hop on the exercise with me. Be it that you take 5 minutes or 10 minutes, you do a little something, you take care of your own self. This is gonna help you start building up your physique, getting into a better shape. You're gonna make it easier for you to be in better shape for the future because being strong has never been a problem. You've never seen anyone complain about being too strong. Being strong will help you make your life a little bit more easier. So when you're physically healthy, you can do more stuff. And the exercise is going to help you get physically more healthy, but it's also going to have benefits like you're going to have better bone density, making you less probable of injuries like fracture. If you're older and you fall down, we all know that as you age, something degrades. But if you train, there are things that degrade still, but the pace at which it degrades is different, and the strength that you have is different. So try, do what you can. Be it that is one thing that you do, one exercise that you do it. If you have any questions, you drop it on my most recent post. I will get back to those. Now that we're going to move on to the next exercise, hamstring. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Yup. So with that, we did. We're done with hamstring with that. Now then, we're gonna move on to the abs. So for the abs, we have your upper abs, which is mainly the upper part right here. We have the lower part, which is mainly this one right here, literally the lower part, which is gonna go a little bit next to the line underneath here, this side right here. And then we have the obliques, which are on the side here. These are your obliques. So we're gonna start with the lower abs. We're gonna lay down and do some leg raises. I'm just checking if. Okay. Well then, let's get on. I'm gonna breathe a little bit, catch my breath, because as you can see, my breath is running. I'm chasing it. I'm just kidding. Moving on, we're gonna target it our abs again, sideways. Breathe. Don't forget, take some time, catch your breath. All right. We're moving on to the next exercise. We're gonna do some twists. Let's get it. That is 24. I'm gonna grab some water. What I gotta say, feel a little bit tipsy with this. Oh, let me wave back. Hello. Times I might not be able to say hello right away. So once I get a little break, well, I can able to get to the comment. This bottle, the pipe in it has an issue. Now, if you look at the pipe in it, if I try together to pull up the water up, there's a little noise, like it's leaking, like the air pressure doesn't pull up, it doesn't get filled. It's like there's a hole. But I've done a checkup on this, poured it into just full of water, and blowing it. You don't see anything leaking. I would cover it, blowing it, you don't see anything leaking. So my guess is something is leaking something is lacking and causing issues right between this section. Because the pipe is okay there, the pipe is okay here, but I cannot check this pipe. To do it, I will have to unplug it, which I did. Then I tried a different tube, and then I checked a different bottle. Then I compared them. I didn't see much of a difference. Not visible to my eyes, anyway. So there might be something different there, yes. However, I am still able to sip the water from it, so it's okay. It is manageable. We're gonna move on to the next exercise. We're gonna be doing some abs. We're gonna do some rollers for the upper abs. Let's get it. Let me get it. Okay. Let us roll. Oh yeah. And with that, we are done with the abs with that one. So, well done. Well then, we're gonna move on to the next part. Let me get the little mat out of the way. Once that is done, let me catch my breath a little bit. Whew. Okay. Whew. I'm just checking if I have any questions in the meantime. If any questions, I will respond. However, for the questions, I recommend if you have any questions, please drop them on my most recent posts, and I will take the time to attend those properly. Now then, I'm gonna go up, starting with my arms. I'm gonna get this to work my grip. I'm just gonna close it. I really feel that was my grip. Moving on to the forearms, we're gonna target this part right here. We're gonna do some curls, but we're not gonna go all the way up. All you gotta do is go halfway up, just right here, and that will be plenty enough. Here we go. That is gonna target your forearms right here. This part right here. Now then, we're gonna move on the other exercise, which is gonna target this part of your forearms. We're gonna go like this. Don't go all the way up. Just stop right here. That would be plenty enough. Oops. Oh yeah. I gotta tell you, I really feel that one on my forearms. Whoa. Gotta tag it right there. So that exercise, that one, is gonna target this part of your forearm, Indy. This part right here. So, So we're gonna move on to the next exercise. As I mentioned earlier, the goal of this live is to encourage every single person that when they come in, they can try an exercise. Do a little something to take care of yourself. Whether you can take 5 or 10 minutes, you can exercise with me, or you can do what you want to do as exercise from the other side so you feel like you have a training partner. I am also available for coaching, and I am also available if you have any questions. You can put them in my most recent post, and I take the time to attend to those. And while I'm working out, I am explaining the exercise that I do and why I do them. And what I'm doing is a full body workout. Today I'm going all the way from the bottom all the way to the top. The next day I might go all the way from the top to the bottom. I always explain how I'm doing it, explain every exercise that I do, and just let me know if any questions. So moving on to the bicep, we're gonna be targeting this then. Having only one dumbbell and it's quite heavy, relatively speaking, for my strength, I'm gonna have to do assisted reps. So I'm not gonna go with one arm only, but I'm gonna have the arm that I'm doing being assisted by the other arm. I'm gonna show you right now. I gotta tell you, I'm feeling this thing. Damn. Feels heavy. I'm gonna get a break. In the meantime, do we have any questions? If you have any questions, check those two during the break. The noise about the water bottle. If you've been on the live a little bit earlier, please note the water bottle is having some issues, which is why you hear this kind of giggly sound when I drink. Like that sound. Well then, up we go. With this dumbbell, it's gonna take forever to get some proper reps, proper form on these exercises, on this bicep exercise. Because this is this is a considerable amount of weight for my strength level. That is, 'cause, things are relative. We don't all have the same strength. But for my strength level, for my arms, this is quite big. Well then, speaking of arms, next we're going on the triceps. This muscle right here. It's made of two parts. It's made out of mainly two parts. So we have this part right here, and then this part right here. You can see we got these and the rear part. So we're gonna be doing two exercises to build the tricep. The first one is gonna be some overhead extension like this. Don't go all the way back. It's gonna put some tension on your wrist for too much. for not much, which can cause you an injury. So just go all the way to 90 degrees, then you push back. That's gonna be the first exercise. The second one, we're gonna just extend like this. Well then, let's get this going. Yup. And with that, we're done with the triceps. Now that we're gonna move on to the next exercise, which is gonna be for the shoulders. So we're gonna go on the side delt. We're gonna go on those, which is this muscle right here, side part of your shoulder. This one. Would help you have that wide look. So if you go like this width, shoulder to shoulder, it's mainly given by your shoulder. Like if you go like this, that popping muscle on the side, this one, it's your side delt. So for those, you can do pressing movement like this, just there. You can go one arm at a time, and it's gonna get it. Do we have any question about this? Yo, Audrey. Hello, man. So for those who don't know, Audrey just joined the live. He's part of the people watching the live right now. Thank you, Audrey. Let's go, man. Boom. Triceps. That is correct. Thank you for joining in. So we're gonna move on to the side delt. As I said, we're gonna be doing some presses. We're gonna get some music going. Oops. Now that you might have question, why do I do it like that? The reason I did it like that is because currently I only have one pair of dumbbell, and this one pair of dumbbell that I have for my shoulders, it is quite heavy for my level of strength. So I gotta still get some working, so I gotta assist myself. So I use one arm and I assist the other one. Let's get moving on. Still for the side delt, we're gonna hit some side raises. Okay, that is pretty tough. Well, we're gonna move on to the next one. From that, we're gonna do some side presses. We're gonna be doing the presses. We're gonna do the presses. We're gonna go side by side. This is gonna target your front delts. Let's get it. That is 16. I need 24. So we're gonna take a short break. Then we're gonna get back right into it. That's it, the break is done. That is quite fair. So that you're gonna target your front delt right here, which is this muscle right here, this part. So if I go like this, you're gonna see there's this insertion right here, this separation. This is the separation between your front delt and your side delt, right here, right there, right there. Yep, this is it. This is the separation. You see, this is the front delt that inserts right there. You can see it clearly when I go like this. That's your front delt. Then this is the side delt. Then your rear delt comes right there. Right there. So we got rear delt, side delt, front delt. We're gonna be moving on to the rear delt. We're gonna do some rolls for these. Let's get it. So yeah, for some of these exercises, the form is gonna look not maximal, not the most efficient. Why? Because I only have one pair of dumbbell. And the weight, I cannot use this weight the same way for all the exercises. So for some exercises, I will barely, let me catch my breath. Yeah, so for some exercises, I will be barely able to do 2 reps with proper form. Now, once I have the reps with proper form done, to get some extra reps, do some extra work, to get the work actually getting in there, I'm gonna have to give myself a little swing as you just saw and get it done. Now, with that, we're done with the rear delt. We're gonna go on the chest. Let's get it. For the chest, we're gonna do some presses, just like that. Oh yeah. I gotta tell you, I am feeling that in my chest. Holy moly. So, when we're done with the chest, we're now gonna do some push-ups to hit that upper part of your chest, because your chest has mainly, if I go like this, your chest has mainly two parts. So if I go like this, let me try and figure it out. Oops. Okay, so your chest mainly has two parts. So there is the lower part, which is mainly the bigger head portion of your chest, and there is the upper part, which inserts about here, and then it's inserted on your arm like this. Your whole chest inserted here, but the upper part goes this way. Now, what is going to target that is mainly some incline exercises, and you can do some incline push-ups. Going to help you get that. Let's get it. Let's get it. With that, we're done with the chest. Now we're going to get to the back. I'm going to work my back. For the back, I'm going to start with my traps. I'm just going to do some shrugs. The shrugs, going to target your traps, which is this muscle right here. Let's get it. Hold on. Let me have a little drink. I gotta tell you, I am feeling it right now. Damn. So, we're gonna move on to the next exercise, which is gonna target your back, your upper back, right here. For that, we're gonna do some rolls, like this. Let's get it. Come on. Oh yeah. We're gonna move on. I'm listening to music. So I am listening to some music in the meantime. Yes, I am. And I gotta say, I am enjoying this music. It goes boom, boom, boom. Now then, we're gonna move on to the next back exercise. We're gonna target the lat. We're gonna target this muscle. So for that, you can do some rows. You just grab a dumbbell and then you roll it. One arm at a time. That's it. Come with me. Let's get it. Boom, boom, boom. Next part. Come on. Horse. 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 Oh yeah. I gotta say, this thing got me pumped. Boom. Come on. So, we're gonna move on to the next exercise. Now that's gonna target the lower part of your back. Now the lower part of your back is right here. Lower part of your back. It's not limited to those, but we're gonna be targeting mainly those parts. So we're gonna try it for really this lower part right there. As you can see, like what it is, this part. We're gonna go move like this. Right there. We're gonna be doing rounded back deadlift. Yes, because the spine is flexible. The spine is flexible. You just gotta go progressively overloaded. Start with a little weight. When I started this, I started with about a 15 pound. With this, I would just go like this. Then I would lift it up, lift my back. See, go down, back up, boom. You're gonna see that split. Look at the squeeze. See that? Yeah. Now the benefit of this exercise is that it's gonna help you get a stronger back. Solid, right? Strong, solid back. Now when that back is strong and solid, guess what? It's gonna help you get a better posture. I see we got a few waves. Let me wave back at you. If you have any question, drop them on my most recent posts. I take the time and I properly get back to those. So speaking of the back, when you have a stronger back, it's going to help you get a better posture. You're going to have a stronger posture. And that stronger posture is going to help you out when you get older. Because when you get older, you start losing muscle. You start losing back muscle, elasticity, strength. You start rounding the back. Your back start rounding naturally. But if you do a little bit of stretching and you do some training, it's going to help you get that back upright, strong, firm. It's going to help you be strong, have a good posture, stand tall, hold it. Let's get it. Come on. Let's get those deadlifts. Rounded back deadlifts. Come on. Oh yeah. Yup. There we have it. That's it. Did it. So, let me catch a drink, catch my breath. So, we're gonna move on to the last exercise. Now, this is gonna be another back exercise. However, this exercise is gonna target your lats. These are your lats. It's right here. This muscle. It can help you change the way you physically look tremendously, because when you have wider lats, it just helps you have that kind of comic book figure. I do some drawings, yes. So I dabble in the world of proportions. Not just for that, but yes, biology too. Regardless of that, as I was saying, your lats is gonna help you have a V-taper look. Whether you're a man or a woman, you're a Mr. or a Mrs., a sir or a lady, it's gonna help you have that V-taper look. Okay. Now here's the lats. It's right here. Have a look at this. If I stand like this, we're looking good, right? But if we go like this, suddenly I look way wider. But I'm not. It's just a lot. Making that. Look. I can go like this. But if I go like this, I go like this. But if I go like this, just makes you look wider, even from the back. Watch this. Look at this. See, it just gives you that wide look. Right there. Boom. So, for this, hold on. I have a page asking me to match my images to make sure it's me. It is me. Now, that was on TikTok. TikTok was asking me to fill up a puzzle to confirm that it's me, and then I'm still online. Yes, it is me. And yes, as you can all see, I am still online. And we're focusing on the lats. So for that, we're going to do some pull-ups. I'm going to go outside and I'm going to do those pull-ups. With that being said, hold on everybody, I'll be right back. Give it about a few minutes. Then I'll be right back. This is from YouTube. Please hold on. I will get the device outside and we can get this going on the live. Hold on everybody. Thank you for holding on. I'll be right back. Now, I am right here. I am getting the devices outside. We can get on and watch the pull-ups. We all have stuff to do. People got jobs, school, studies, financial issues. But don't forget to take care of yourself. Only the current you can take best care of the future you. So get training, get in shape, stay in shape, keep in shape, take care of your health. take care of yourself. I am here to help you out if needed. I'm a trainer. You can DM me if needed. You can follow the page, watch the fitness tips, get on that. Now then, have a look at these pull-ups. Let me know. Can we all see? I'm going to be doing the pull-ups right here. Right there. Okay. The goal is to do 12 pull-ups. If I cannot do them one shot, I'm going to go in multiple shots. But now, let's get started. That was 8. We're going to take a break. Then we're going to get back to it. We got 4 more to go. I see Puruta 1 just joined the live. Hello there. Puruta 1, Tanwar. Oh, we got not Jux Con, if I said that well. We just joined the live. Hello there, Nyo. Hello there to you. Well then, break time is over. Back to the pull-ups. Oh, we got it. We're done. We are done with the pull-ups. We are now done with the pull-ups. We're gonna get back in. Take a little moment, get something to eat, take a shower, prepare for work tomorrow. Yes, because I got work coming up tomorrow. It's 2 a.m., 48 from where I am, almost 3 a.m. Yes, it takes what it takes sometimes. Yeah, you gotta do what it takes. With that being said, start with where you are, do what you can. Let me put this device down and sit down so that I can talk to you properly, with proper manners, with a proper posture. For everybody watching this live has taken the time in your day to come here and watch. So it will be proper for me to at least sit down and say thank you. So, to everyone watching this, my name is Lauriche. I am a personal trainer. And the goal of this live is to encourage every and single one who joins to train. Only you now, the best person who's going to take care of future you, is current you. So I organize this live to call every single one of you who can to hop in the life and exercise. take care of your health. Start moving. Get in shape. Stay in shape. Maintain yourself. I am a trainer, yes. I can help you out, yes. I have expertise in the domain. I have been training for more than 10 years. I have trained more than a handful of clients. That is correct. However, if you need personalized training, you can reach out to me. That said, too, if you want to just have a look, have some advice, you can follow the page. You can follow the content. You can ask for questions if you have questions. You can leave your questions on the post that I do. And if you have any question right now, I recommend you leave them on my most recent post. And I will take the time properly to get back to those questions and attend with a response. With that being said, stay in shape, do what you can with what you have, start where you can, start where you are, do with what you have, and do what you can, and keep moving forward. Ladies and gentlemen, and kids, if watching, to everyone watching this, if you're from another planet perhaps, I do not know, I will wish you a good morning or a good evening or a good afternoon, depending on where you are. Goodbye.